Hey guys, what's up? So today we're going to be talking about custom nutrition and primarily like what we do here at AEP. We do basically metabolic nutrition. So one of the questions that came in is we do the 90 Days to Alpha platform, and that's accompanied with custom nutrition. A lot of people are asking, hey, what do we do after that? So from a metabolic standpoint, depending on like what you were doing on your platform, like I said, everybody starts with a different structure. It's a good idea to make adjustments to be progressive. So your body is gonna, or your metabolism in general, is gonna start to adapt to what you're doing. So if your intake stays similar for an extended period of time, 12 weeks plus 16 weeks, essentially your body's going to adapt to that, and you can expect to hit a plateau there, basically not really changing much in body weight, not being able to burn any more fat, or not being able to build any more muscle. So essentially what needs to happen is you need to get with your coach or whoever is helping you, and you should consider making some adjustments, either kicking you up into more of a surplus situation or in a deficit. Like I said, if you've been running a deficit for an extended period of time, it's probably a good idea that you stop doing that for a bit. Your metabolism can actually become damaged from that, and a lot of people think they just keep taking away, and they're going to keep losing weight, and that'll work for a period of time, and then you're going to hit that point where you stop. What happens is your metabolism actually gets slower, so you may actually notice some rebounding, and you'll be actually putting on body fat or finding it harder to maintain a lean body mass like you were before eating the exact same stuff. So I want to make sure that everybody is very clear on the fact that there is not one way that you should eat forever. So you should not be eating the exact same amounts of things for the rest of your life. A lot of people fall on both sides of this spectrum, and like I said, there's a very narrow ballpark on where you want to be to be successful. So obviously people that are overweight, they're probably always in a surplus. So they're always surplusing their calories. They're just not paying attention to what's going on. They've never been in a deficit really, so they're always in a surplus. That just means steady weight gain, usually high body fat, and obviously no muscle if they're not working out. If you're running too low of a deficit for too long, I feel like there's a lot of women that do this and have done this in the past. They basically starve and do a ton of exercising, thinking that that's the way to get them where they want to go, and you just won't end up with the type of physique that you're envisioning when you intake too little. So you just have to be careful. Like I said, there's thresholds you're working with, and somebody who has like a very high TDEE, or total daily energy expenditure, it's much easier and broader the platform you can stick them in. So you have a lot of room for success there because they are so active. People like athletes and professionals in any kind of a sport or anything like that are training an extensive amount of time. Like I said, they have a wide open ballpark. It's pretty easy for them to yield results. Now, people who are less active and maybe only getting a couple, 2, 3 workouts in a week, when they come to me, I need to know those things because I'm going to set the parameters up to accommodate that. So if you're on this custom nutrition, and you can have the best plan in the world essentially, and if you don't execute it or apply it on your side, your coach, the only thing that they would what I tell people is you're just not doing your shit. You can get the best plan, but you still have to follow that plan. So when it comes time to ask your coach, hey, can we change some things, and I'm not really seeing results, no, we can't change anything. We don't need to. We already set this up for you to kick you in the right direction. You just need to get on board with it first. Once you're following our shit, then we can make some adjustments to that. You can't change what somebody's already deviated from. So if somebody's already not, on board with you, then you can't really do anything for them. So it's just some things to think about. So metabolic nutrition, like I said, a lot of people haven't even heard of that term, or even care, or even thought that maybe that was gonna where they were having an issue is they just haven't been progressive with what they're doing. So I will make the statement right now saying that I don't care who builds your nutrition for you. If it's not progressive, it's gonna hit a plateau. Everybody's guaranteed to hit a plateau. I can be guilty of that myself. Being so busy dealing with everyone else's stuff, I don't stop and dissect my own nutrition like I should, and I'll hit stalemates too. And I just need to do what I suggest to everyone else. I need to go in and look at what I'm doing and make some changes. I'm either gonna add a little bit in and try to come out, the surplus end, or I'm gonna take some away if I want to get a little leaner and hit a deficit. So after you get in good shape, you can kind of go through these series of basically like mini cuts, and then mini periods of surplusing where you're much more closer to your end result and you don't deviate. too far off into basically putting on a bunch of extra body fat and stuff. So like I said, getting there is a task in itself. Staying in that same ballpark or even trying to get better from there, like I said, it only gets tougher. So if you look at it from a funnel, up at the top of the funnel, you're this wide, so it's easy to fall in between those two goalposts when you start out. Then you start going in a little further into it, and you start getting results, and you start getting leaner, you're building more muscle. This little spectrum here, this funnel gets very small, so your window for results is very small there, or it's very big up in the top. It's a great way to look at it. So don't expect that you're going to make astronomical changes after you've been doing something for a period of months. You need to dial it in, decide what you really want to do, and then go for it. Otherwise, you're just going to be spinning your tires. So you don't want to be one of those people that is putting all this effort and time into going to the gym and trying to eat healthy and never getting anything out of it. So how many people do we see that go to the gym that look the same forever? They come in, they do the same workouts, they probably go home and eat the same shit every day, day after day after day, and they stay exactly the same. And if someone were to sit them down and ask them why they were doing that, they'd probably be like, oh shit, I really would like to do this, but I haven't made any changes to do that. So it definitely isn't rocket science. There is some knowledge that has to be dropped in the back end to help someone be successful, but it's just a matter of looking at what you're doing, tracking your progress, paying attention to it. So one of the things that I want to finish here with is, a lot of people ask me, like I said, after we do our initial 90 days to alpha platform, hey, what do I do and how do I want to eat? I would consider you go on some off-season coaching, as we call it, and you basically just have your coach manage your nutrition month to month with some adjustments and stuff as needed, and we do a flat rate on that for I think it's like $150 a month that we do on that flat rate coaching. And it just keeps you going in a direction of a positive place. So we don't want you digressing after you stop, because what happens when someone goes through a program and I don't hear from them ever again, or I don't see them coming back to the gym, I can almost guarantee that they're going backwards. So we don't want that to happen. Like with a progressive mindset, you always want to be moving forward. So you just got to stop and say, hey, I need to switch some shit up here, and I need to do it now, or I'm going to be 6 months down the road, a year down the road, 5 years down the road, and I'm not going to have gotten anywhere. I'm just going to be wasting my time. So it's all about just paying attention, tracking it, making adjustments. This is going to be dropped up on the Alpha blog, so go check that out on dedicateanddominate.com. I'm always going to be putting shareable links on to social media as well, guys, so go check it out. Thanks.